Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Scottie Show. Tonight, I got a very special guest straight out of Minnesota, Paul Balze. Man, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Yo, for the people that don't know who Paul Balze is, man, who is Paul Balze?
Paul Blaze. I'm a father first. I'm an artist now. Uh, I don't know. I'm out here. I'm really like I like rapping. I like doing music and shit. I'm really an artist all the way around. I draw
Yeah,
everything, like
yeah,
anything to do with art. You feel me? I do like all my own cover art and shit like that.
that's fire.
So yeah, anything that has to do with art, shit. You feel me? I always been doing that.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck, man. Like, how did you know, like, you wanted to like get into like this kind of like field, because like it like did you like figure it out when you were younger that you wanted to get into this, or did it take a little bit more time for you to like gain confidence to like, want to do this stuff? Because some people they're like, not that confident with putting their, their art out, but then, you gain a little bit more confidence when you get older sometimes and you learn things. Like how did you find out that you wanted to do this?
Um, like growing up, I never wanted to rap. I never even like fantasized about that. Like, you feel me? Like,
Hmm.
I thought rap. I was a music fan. Like, I love music. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, man, my parents like wouldn't even let me listen to like the type of music I wanted to listen to. You feel me? Because
Yeah, yeah.
of like they religious and all that. So like I would have to like sneak it. You feel me?
Mm.
I get like tapes or like
Yeah.
CDs from my neighbors or whoever. You feel me? Or I'd even like record like I had like the CD player, you feel me, that had a tape player on there. And I
Hmm.
had like a tape that I had that like I would record the radio and stuff like that or a CD. You feel me?
Mm. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I always loved music like OD. Then like getting into like high school, I used to go get like mixtapes and shit from like the store, like because I ain't have internet in my spot. You feel me? Shit like
Mhm.
that. And like I had a CD player in my car. So like this is like when a Millie came out. You feel me? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like before that, like Lil Wayne, Joel Santana, shit like that. So like I always loved music, but then I was in the Marines and like we had this one deployment where we went like we was in three Navy ships, my unit, you feel me? So like we were
Yeah.
floating around and like basically it's so you can like be anywhere like in the world in 24 like within 24 hours, you feel me? In
That's
case of anything.
crazy.
Yeah, so like we was floating around, we spent like so much time at sea. Like we stopped at a handful of places and shit, but like we spent so much time at sea, like there was times like where we went over 30 days without even seeing land.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like that shit had like that left you with like a lot of time right here.
Yeah. So like you just started like just writing and stuff, and then you were just like, yo, fuck it, I'm about to just start rapping, like, and just getting this shit off.
Yeah, it started out like I read a book. My boy's dad had like wrote a book and like he gave it to me when we deployed. He's like, I want you to read this. I was like, all right, so and like I brought it and I planned to read it because like a lot of dudes bringing books. So that's the only book I brought. But like I'm like halfway through the deployment, so I started reading it and
Hell
like
yeah.
I read another couple books. So like my imagination was probably like it was going like you feel me. I'm drawing a lot for people on the ship. I was drawing like tattoos. I drew
Mm.
tattoos for myself. You feel me? So that when I get back, you feel me, get
Yeah.
tatted up and shit. I've been doing that since I was like high school, drawing tattoos for people and shit. So like on the ship, there was like a bunch of Navy dudes that was rapping and shit, and there was a couple dudes like from my platoon that be rapping and shit. So like I started hanging around them and shit. You feel me? Some of them was my homies and shit. So like it was just around. They had like freestyle Fridays or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like a motherfucker like figured out how to record off this computer, and they had like one of the mics that you talk like to a crowd in.
Hmm.
And they hooked it up to the computer or whatever. You feel me? So they started recording there.
Mm.
So like I was like, man, I want to get on that. You feel me?
Hell
So like
yeah.
I was just bored. You feel me? So like I did that shit, and then the dude that was recording, like we was from different platoons. We started getting cool and shit. You feel me? And he started recording like back, like when we got back and shit. So then like I was over. I was always hanging out with him. So like I just record on some of his beats. You feel me?
Yeah.
just for fun and shit. And like, I guess it just like kept like progressing and shit. You feel me? We
Mm.
finally like we had spent so much time like recording and shit. It was just like fun. Like we would get faded. You feel me? At like the barracks and shit, and like record inside the barracks.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it was fun. He was from Brooklyn, a Haitian dude from Brooklyn. My boy Dro. Like he was making some dope ass beats and shit, and I was just having fun with it.
Bro,
But
that's
like,
crazy as fuck,
yeah,
man.
yeah, that shit was cool. Like I never planned on like rap and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like never. Like, but that was like it was just fun. Like at that time, I'm partying a lot. You know, like when we was in the Marines, I'm partying like crazy. Like every like we was like where I was stationed at. Like I was in the infantry unit, so like every week you're training like outdoors, like at least a couple days a week you're gonna be outdoors and shit.
Yeah.
Like just a whole bunch of like, man, it's like in the middle of the war and shit. You feel me? So it's a whole bunch like built up like mail, like tension and all that. And then like every weekend we was going out to the club and like we would go like a minimum like 4 deep. You feel me? And like
Yeah.
we would either go to San Diego or we would go to LA like to like Hollywood and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was man, bro. That shit was fun, but like I just had a lot of energy back at that time, and then like you feel me, rapping was like part of that world. So I was like, man, I started gravitating towards it. But
Yeah.
I didn't take it serious for like a couple years, like until like probably like 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
Would you say like you didn't like what made you not take it serious? Because I know some people like they like the perception of like a rapper and like sometimes people look at like being like a rapper as like a meme sometimes and like some people don't even like like stand-up comedy. I'm a stand-up comic and like some people don't even respect like the craft of like the stand-up comic. Do you feel like what made you not take it like that serious at that time?
Man, cause like, oh, not take the music serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I didn't look at it like what's the point of it? You feel me? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I was like I didn't even entertain the idea because I knew people out here in Minneapolis that was like doing shows and like they was like really like cold. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And like nothing was happening. I was like why would I do that? You feel me?
Yeah, no,
But like
like, was it kind of like an imposter syndrome? You like, bro, I can't be this person. I can't do was it kind of like that? Like, were you like these people are already getting shit rocking and like was it like did you feel like you couldn't get shit rock at the time or like was it like
nah, I felt like I could, but I seen how they was doing it. I was like, it's like low key like pointless, like and like that always seemed
okay,
like
that
I'm
makes
from
sense.
Minnesota, bro. Like that shit don't even seem like
Possible
real.
sometimes.
Like
Yeah.
they really don't. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
So like I ain't never seen nobody like come up off of this shit. I can't name you one person that I saw them like come up and actually like come back and give to the community and like really live that rapper lifestyle and shut down clubs like downtown. Like you feel me? Like I know
Yeah.
that's not real. Like where we from? You
Same
feel
here,
me?
man. Same here. That's just crazy.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah, I definitely understand that.
probably exposure. Like I remember also on that trip when I started writing is like I went to like so we went to like uh we first stopped like Hawaii and Guam. Then we went to like, I think Saudi Arabia, Jordan. Like we trained with like the locals, taught them how to do stuff like that, whatever.
Mm,
Um, but then also we got to go to spots like Australia and Dubai.
mm.
Um, like just seeing them parts of the world, bro, is like just open your mind, like and your eyes. It's like it's crazy out here. So it's like I would never be able to settle for like any regular shit, bro. Like you feel me? Like I came back.
Yeah.
I'm a barber. Like I was doing barber stuff, and like I seen like people blowing up off the celebrity barbers. I'm nice with like barber and everything. Like
Mm.
I got some haircuts in like in the UFC video games. You feel me? Because I done designs on
That's
like my
crazy.
yeah, like my boy like Curtis Blaze. I don't know if
Yeah,
you heard
bro. I be
that.
seeing that he liking your stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, this motherfucker know Curtis Blades. I was like, damn, bro.
Nah, that's my boy. Like when I moved out here, like
That's
we was both couch
crazy,
surfing.
bro.
We was both couch surfing at the same spot. Cause
Oh
like one of my
shit.
boys in the Marines was a fighter, and he knew Curtis because they both from Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Curtis Razor Blaze, man. Fucking whooped
Yeah, I
Tom
saw
Aspinall's
him,
ass.
but like that's like one of the things. Like you come to LA and it's like this dude I just met. He was like, we cool as fuck. This fool, not to put his business out there, but I used to see him like eating canned food like day after day. He wouldn't even get rides to the gym or whatever, and he's like mobbing to the gym or whatever. And I never seen him like fight, so I was like, I don't really know like what's to it. You feel me? And the next thing I know, he goes to the UFC and he's knocking shit out. You feel me? He's like the top
Yeah,
one of the top 5 heavyweight fighters in the world. You feel me? And
yeah.
it's like you like damn, like you feel me? So like seeing shit like that or like
It's a
one of
grind,
my
man.
boys, yeah, like when you start seeing this shit, it's like I could do that. Like you
It's
feel me?
inspiring as
Like
hell.
I think that's what like LA, like cities like LA or like Atlanta, New York, like they got advantages to that because like you go to school with Spider Loc or Carucci, you feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah,
like like anybody, any big name rapper and shit, you feel me? Like, oh, I knew
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, J Rock, you feel me? It's like that's
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, like
So
it's definitely like hell like stars out there and like it's like the networking and like how you can put yourself in really good positions and stuff. It's not really like that out here in the Midwest. We gotta really like, travel out to those kind of areas to like get shit like moving and stuff. And like how do you feel about like that whole entire like situation that like, we kind of have in the Midwest? Because we do have a lot of talent. It's just that like how do we figure out how to make it like a LA or like a Atlanta or like a New York City? Like, do you think that's even possible for like the Midwest?
yeah, it's like I see it happening because like now we got Instagram, so like everybody is gonna be on the same wave eventually. You feel me? Like if you put
Hmm.
like dudes in a lineup from like all over the country and put them like next to each other for like ages 18 to 21 or whatever, you would
Hmm.
never be able to guess where they from. Like everyone's starting to like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna catch on.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
Like everything's like starting to mesh together. But like I think a lot of that like it comes down because I tried to like do my music out here or whatever. I feel like it moves way slower out here than like when I'm in LA. And
Hmm.
like I don't know. I guess that comes down to the way they move and all that. And I think that has to do with them like seeing everything as reality. So like you could tell people to like do this and do that or whatever, but until they start seeing it, like it's kind of you feel me. It's hard to like even like put this shit together. And
Yeah.
like that's one of the things that I feel like I've been like doing a good job at recently. You feel me? Is like my next tape is gonna be called Blueprint, and the idea behind that is this is how to do it. You feel me? Because like out in
Hmm.
LA or whatever, they got the blueprint. They grew up with the blueprint. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like so when you start working out there or whatever, like if people see that you're working, they become supportive of it. I was getting like my first time getting reposts on Instagram was like from people from LA or whatever. You feel me? Or
Yeah.
like people got access to certain things and they share it with you or like give you insight or you know what I'm saying, give you
Yeah.
advice and like it's a whole different so that like it's easier almost out there to do it.
Yeah.
Like out here it's like all that plays factors or whatever. So that's like that comes down to your environment. And
Hmm.
like I see it happening slowly because like I'm pushing that through mine, which is like I'm on almost all the other rappers out here radar, and like they seeing like right. The big thing about me is like I push out like a lot of like content. So
Hmm.
like, and I get that from like LA. I've watched these rappers like O3 Greedo like blow up like right in front of me type shit. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I know how like they got it there and like what the formula is damn near. You feel me? Besides like
Hmm.
marketing and like sponsorship, like all that, I don't know about all that, but like I'm seeing what it takes to get on. So I'm kind of bringing that out here, and I'm seeing like a lot of other artists, you feel me, catching on. So
Hmm.
it's like it's a slow wave, and then we got like little blogs, we got shops like Water Wave and stuff like that. I don't know if you're hip to that, but it's like they got different pages like where they post local content and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like all that plays a role, bro. Cause like in LA, that's another thing. Like they repost whoever's working in the city or whatever. Like out here, it's more of like they don't really understand how this goes. So like they got ideas like where it's like back in the '90s, you need to get paid for every little thing. which is like it's cool, but that shit kind of hold people back. It's
Yeah.
like they'll let like I don't know, bro. Some people will charge you like 75 an hour at a studio out here with no engineer. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's like or like 50 an hour, which is like decent, but it's in like a bullshit studio or whatever. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
equipment, it's like not all that. And like
Yeah.
you go to LA and have like pay $50 an hour or whatever. You feel me?
For
And it's
some
like
top-notch shit.
top notch shit, and it's like a good ass engineer that's gonna pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got done mixing somebody like fucking Tory Lanez or somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a, you know what I'm saying, and not have an ego about it. And like out here, it's like since we don't have access to all that, a lot
It's
of
like a
people,
scarcity kind of mindset.
yeah, bro. So it's like, and it's like they'll be like, oh, well, you gotta pay this because fucking FBG Duck recorded here one time. I'm like, what, bro? Like, like I
No,
don't,
no,
you feel me?
no, bro, it definitely is fucking crazy, and like I deal with that stuff, like even like out here, um, and when I go to like Chicago and stuff like that for stand up, I don't really experience that. But like when you go to like more like the rural areas, like around where I'm at in like Central Illinois, like it get like that. Like people like oh, this person was here, so like you got to like do this and that, and I'm just like, bro, come on, man, like I can go to Chicago and people are like, I feel like it's like more of like a big city like kind of like thing. Like if you go to like a bigger city and like they kind of have like those networks and stuff like that, they have no problem with like plugging you in and like kind of like putting you on and like giving you like the game a little bit here and there. But you got to
Yeah,
work for it though. Like they like if you just put in the work, like they're more willing to just be like, yo, bro, I'll give you a play. Like just learn the game and just like put your
yeah.
best foot forward.
Like rappers get like real big headed out here. You feel me? Like they act real Hollywood and shit. And then like you go to LA and you meet somebody like fucking Mike Will made it, and they're like, "What's up, bro?" And like look you in your eyes and respect you and like
Yeah,
feel me, talk to you like a real person. You feel me and shit
yeah.
like that. Like
Cause I feel like
just
that shit is
like
just regular to them.
yeah, bro. Like you feel me? I was in the studio today, ran into bootleg Kev. That was his, it's
Dude,
his
that's
studio.
crazy.
And like he's like, man, we had seen each other there a bunch of times. We finally like got a formal induction or whatever. And he's like, you ever met Wiz Khalifa? You want to meet him? And I'm like, oh yeah, you feel me? Like, yeah, for sure. And he brings me to the back, and like Wiz Khalifa's right there. He was getting his card on. He didn't want to be like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like that in LA. Like it's like
yeah.
when when the real people with like real connections and stuff, they're not really like stingy with it. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like
Yeah.
when they see you working, like I don't know if you've seen this. I had a show out here. You feel me? It's like it'd be a tough ass crowd, bro. It's a
No, yeah, bro.
tough.
Yeah, I seen your stuff. Yeah, and like it's really like that though. Like out here, because I've done stand up out here, and like I've done crowds of like 5 people, and then like I go to like Chicago or somewhere, and I do like a crowd of 150. Like it's a way big like difference when you're like when it's like your hometown. It's kind of like hard to get them to like support and like buy in and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to get them to like buy
It's like
in.
understood though. I come from this, so like I used to be like that. Like
Yeah, me too, for sure.
I would be like, man, who is dude? I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with him or you feel me? But like now it's like I'm understanding, I'm learning all this shit on the West Coast, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Like I understand it. Like just it's gonna take a little more work than it, you know what I'm saying, with it somewhere else.
Yeah. What like, motivates you like, to just keep on like pushing this shit like every day? Cause, like some people just be like, man, fuck this shit, bro. I'm done with like this music shit. This music shit, like, it's fake, it's whatever. It's like, like what makes you like just keep on pushing through no matter like the politics and stuff like that with music and everything? Like what is like your main like, motivator for this music stuff?
And I feel like it's one of the things that like it gave me like a sense of purpose, basically. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I like you feel me getting out of the Marine Corps, like you come from like an extreme high of like you feel like you're on top of the world, like especially us. Like I went to Afghanistan, you feel me, right before I got out.
Yeah.
And like that was full combat. And you come back from that and we barely we lost like one person like in like 8 months or whatever.
It's crazy.
And like real low like numbers as far as casualties go.
Mm-hmm.
And like you come back and like you know what I'm saying, you got your little pay or whatever, your hazard pay from deployments and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got a car paid off or whatever. And most of the dudes in the Marines come from like nothing, you feel me? So
Yeah,
a
they're
lot
doing
of
that
them,
shit.
you feel me? So it's like you have like this extreme high. You probably get any female you wanted at the time you're going out and like, you know what I'm saying? You're with your boys that you have like an extremely deep bond and
Mm-hmm.
all that. And then you go back to like the real world.
The normal
And it's,
life and shit.
yeah, and it's like you're not about to like fit in with the normal life or like, you know what I'm saying, get
Yeah,
a regular
yeah,
job and all that.
yeah.
And that's like when I was gravitating more towards music, like it was giving me a purpose or whatever. You feel me? I
Mm,
was like feeling it and I started believing in it.
yeah.
Especially when I got to LA and it's like I remember I got to the point when I was like starting to get kind of serious and I found out I had a baby on the way and I was like, man, like
You gotta
I
go
had
super
I
crazy.
had to really get real with myself. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be out here like playing or whatever, because like I know I want to provide for my baby and all that. So I'm like, I really put the gas, you feel me, stepped on the gas or whatever, and like started like taking that shit really serious. But like I believe in it, you feel me? And
Yeah.
it, like I said, it gave me a sense of purpose, and like that's important in my life. Like a lot of these dudes came out of the Marines. We got like I don't know if you know about this, but like a lot of combat vets, actually vets in general, be committing suicide nowadays. You
Yeah,
feel me?
man.
Like
Yeah, that's just
I
crazy,
know
man.
like I know a gang of dudes like it's like all the time. If I get a call from one of my Marine homies, I almost feel like it's gonna be like, man, did
Some
you hear
bad
about something?
news.
Feel me? I'm like, damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
no. Yeah, it's
You
really
like that?
like that because I can't compare this to like the Marines or anything like that, but I have homies that like play football and like they were like the big like college star or whatever, and like they're on like this high, and then they come back down, and like they gotta like like they didn't go to the NFL or anything like that, so like they like
Right,
depressed as fuck. They like, damn, I used to be the man in fucking high school and football. And like, cause like competing at that high level, you just on a high all the time, like, playing D1 or like D2, like football. And then like, you just depressed as hell, bro. And you just think about like
yeah,
committing suicide or people get, I've had seen people just get like checked into like mental hospitals and stuff like that. Crazy. All types of crazy
yeah.
stuff.
Nah, yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. But like, yeah, so give me like a sense of purpose or whatever. Like, to like, I don't really have to deal. I've dealt with like that shit. You feel me? Like I've
Yeah.
like a lot of my time like out having to like learn different things about like you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
like to maintain my mental like health and all that.
yeah.
And like this is one thing. Like, man, I feel like good as hell. Like now, like now I'm comfortable with my delivery and shit. Feel good when I'm making the music. Like yeah, bro. Like there's a lot of stuff I could do with the music too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like I feel like it's like I don't know. I could do anything, bro. But like this what I want to do. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not about to be out here bushing. So like that's my motivation. Like
I feel you, man. 100%. One thing I want to ask you, I saw you and Bobby Raps in the studio. So,
yeah,
like, are we gonna hear something from you and Bobby Raps? Because I know Bobby Raps is from Minnesota too. So, like,
yeah, man. Shout out to Bobby Rats, bro. Like he's like one of the people, bro. Like he showed me a lot. Like you feel me? Like that's crazy. Like he's like a lot of people don't know and shit, but like bro, like you feel me? He a big dog. Like you feel me? Like he
yeah,
really be doing
bro,
it. I didn't even know like a lot of this shit. You feel me? Like
yeah, dude, he wrote
a
for so
lot.
many different people. Like, he the
Yeah,
low
that
key
shit
goat.
crazy. Me, bro. So like, yeah, I don't know how it happened. We followed each other like not too long ago. You feel me? But like he had low key reached out and then invited me like to a session type shit. You feel me?
Mm, mm.
And I pulled up or whatever. You feel me? It was like a 4 hour session. We talked for like 3 hours. Before like you feel me? Before we was playing music for each other. And
Yeah,
he was telling me about how fucked up like this industry is, which like that shit is crazy. You feel me? So,
yeah, yeah,
but he's good people, bro. He showed a lot of love, man, and like, yeah, he's for sure. I'm for sure locked in with him a long way. He whipped up like he humble as fuck, bro. Like he whipped up like a crazy ass beat to like some shit that I was saying in my head. He whipped that shit up and like we laid the shit down or whatever, and like he titled the shit like Paul Balze featuring like Bobby Raps or whatever. You feel me? Like he
mm.
just like a humble ass dude. He cool as fuck. He gave me the song type shit. And that shit a banger. Like that shit went
That
crazy.
shit crazy.
Good ass vibes in there. Like we was on the same type of frequency. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
we got a
You feel
lot of like
people.
we got a lot of similarities. Like growing up, like the way we grew up and shit. He's from
Hmm.
St. Paul. I'm from Minneapolis. Like it's got its differences, but it's real similar. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
What can like people that like fuck with Paul Blaze? What can we like expect like next like next couple months, couple weeks? Like what can people expect from you?
well, I just dropped that bankroll too.
Yeah,
So I'm about to be like start pushing visuals for that.
hell yeah,
Uh, I'll probably do at least like I did 8 songs on that, so I'll probably do like at least four music videos. I'm working on a couple of them right now. But the first one that's gonna drop is gonna be 6'4". That was with an artist from out here. His name Ty Stick.
hell yeah.
Like I shot like I shot like half of that out on Skid Row in LA. I live like right off Skid Row, downtown LA. So like we shot that over there. I handed out like a pound of some tree, you feel me? Everybody got like a little handful. That
Everybody
shit
was
gonna be
probably lit up.
yeah, they was loving it. I did that a few times before. Like I'll get some tree that like don't nobody fucking want. You feel me?
Yeah,
And I'll
yeah.
take it. I'm like, man, I'll take it because there's nothing but homeless people around where I'm at. And, like I've been homeless out there. You feel me? Like
Mm,
I had to like live in a shelter and shit like that. So like that type of shit go a long way. So like
yeah.
whenever I get chances, like you feel me,
Like
instead of
just
throwing out
hook them
shoes
up.
and shit,
Yeah.
yeah, instead of throwing away shoes or whatever, it's like I'm not out here buying them like all this nice ass shit, but like I can help out. You feel me? So like
Hmm.
we got that on video. You feel me? Everybody was happy. That shit's gonna be dope. Then I came back out here and I shot the scene with Todd Stick out here in Minnesota. I'm about to pull up on my boy Smokey Visions who produced that shit and get him in the video too. But like a whole bunch of videos and visuals and shit, man. Like that's one thing about my music. I always try to deliver like my quality gonna be there, but I try to deliver like quality visuals along with this shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's like definitely like one thing
Man,
that really like sticks out about like your stuff, like the quality and like I look up to like people that like just like the consistency and the quality of it. Like you're super consistent and the quality is very high quality and like I feel like you just know what you're doing and you know how to like when to like post things and like how to like set things up. Like how often are you thinking about that kind of stuff?
I'll be like it be in my mind like throughout the week type shit. I'm like, man, I gotta post content and shit like that. But like I'm on music every single day, bro. Like
Mm,
I just the homie out there, he stay in my living room right now and we built a little studio and shit like that and he
yeah.
just up beats. So it's like it's all day every day. He's doing a little TikTok shit. Like
Mm,
I'm probably gonna hop on that wave like eventually, you feel me? Because I try to surround myself by like people like who's always they talking about this shit anyways. Like, oh, you should post this shit like 2 weeks out on Spotify so you get more. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like,
mm,
so I try to like stay on this shit. Like, I'll treat this shit like a regular job.
yeah.
I'm on this shit. Like, I'll be, you feel me? I'm like, I come from a hustler's background, so it's like that's like I apply that shit to this. Like it's every day. And I make sure I accomplish something like every day.
Yeah,
So yeah, this shit, you gotta stay on top of this shit. This is like a lot of work.
bro, facts,
But
man.
yeah, I got a whole other mixtape like pretty much done. Like I said, it was the blueprint. I've just been knocking shit out left and right, so I'm about to drop that soon too. Probably before the end of the year. I like you feel me like backing my music up with actual work. Like you feel
Hmm.
me? So I can be like, man, I don't know anybody else who's dropping like 3 mixtapes like this year, or whatever. You feel me? That's one of the
Mm,
ways I can talk my shit. You feel me? I'm a workhorse, and like I feel like I deliver quality even with pushing out a bunch of shit. So
yeah,
yeah, just don't be more content. Just drop it and drop it.
yeah,
I
like
got to figure out how to like get this shit properly like pushed though.
yeah, yeah. Do you see yourself moving back to like LA or like in Atlanta or somewhere like just for like, music purposes, just to like, take it to like the next level, or do you still see yourself doing more groundwork in your hometown and like home state?
I mean, I live in LA right now.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Oh, okay,
I've
okay. So you're not
I've lived there
there.
for
Okay.
like I've lived there for like almost 5 years,
Mm,
and that shit cool, bro. But like I said, I had a baby out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've been there like I probably would have moved back like a couple years ago, but like the way the city is and all that and like what I'm on, I wouldn't like I'll stick out over here, you feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
it's not like in a positive way, you feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
until
feel
I
you.
get
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
behind it, you feel me? And LA is like you got everything I need. So I'm gonna be posted up there, but I'll be back and forth because like I do stay in touch with my city. Like I'm always involved with like a lot of things that go on in my city. So like I'll be
Mm-hmm.
out here like once a month, and I'll try to like show face or whatever if it's like a show or whatever. You feel me? Shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I'm active or whatever in the scene, somewhat. Like not really in the club and scene and shit like that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm out here.
Yeah, man. I definitely like see you like becoming like a rising star and like this shit. And like I'm definitely excited for like what you got going on like next and everything. And like I'm just glad that you took the time out to just do this interview with me. I know it took us a while to get on here, but man,
Yeah,
dude, yeah, man, I really appreciate you, man. And like I said, man, I'm just excited for like what you're gonna do next. And like I really believe in like, Midwest artists and like what they're doing. And like I really believe in like what you got going on, man. And like I'm gonna always like support whatever you drop. You already know.
yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
Ain't no problem, man. I just want to, thank you for pulling up to the Scottie show, man. Paul Balze, y'all, man. Any thing you want to plug, socials, anything like that?
Yeah. Shout out my boy Dotarachi. That's the other member of my team, All Fades. He's about to be out in like 2 weeks. We about to go crazy.
Oh yeah,
Long live the other member of All Fades. Long live Bosselli.
hell yeah.
He had I killed or whatever. But I got a lot of shit, like a lot of his content is still dropping.
Mm,
So yeah, just be on the lookout. We got a lot of shit coming up.
hell yeah. All right, man. This is the Scottie show. Paul Balze. Thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, guys.
All right, peace.